People are hammocking on electric towers. Shocking.
Two-headed snake eats two mice simultaneously, making history.
Drunk Spaniard beats restaurant goers with harpoon? He was wailing on them.
Couple stalked by eBay. CEO bids farewell. Because you make bids on eBay. Oh, classic.
These Christian album covers are gonna rock your faith.
Wow!
All this and more on
The Bee Weekly.
Does Ethan have any weird growths on any part of his body?
Does Kyle like D&D or not?
Does Ethan write any books about things other than possums?
Where does Kyle get all his ideas?
How many bastard children does Ethan have?
Why is Kyle... How does he get his hair like that?
All these questions and more answered this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific. We are doing our first live stream. Well, not technically our first, but
We did
kind
one
of
a long time ago. In my garage.
Yeah.
But our first official professional live stream. Live Q&A here on the Babylon Bee YouTube channel.
You ask questions. Subscribers get top priority. So start asking the questions. We're going to answer. We're going to interact in real time with you as if we're sitting right there in your living room.
That's right.
Or wherever you watch videos.
If you're a paying Babylon Bee subscriber, there's going to be a post on the website where you can submit questions. So look out for that in the premium section. If you're not, you're a peasant, and you're going to have to wait until the YouTube thing goes live, and then you can start asking us questions in the chat.
Either way, we'll see you then
Wednesday,
on the Babylon Bee live stream. Wednesday,
August
11th
at 6
p.m.
Pacific
time.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Bee Weekly, where we cover all the news, and this is the only news source you ever need. I'm Kyle, and this is Ethan, and we're hanging out today with Kevin.
Hi.
Say good night, Kevin.
Everybody say good night to Kevin.
Say goodnight to me. I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Good night, Kevin.
That's his YouTube name. You say good night, Kevin.
It's his YouTube channel where he reviews terrible Christian movies.
And good ones.
And some good ones.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
and
sometimes some good
video
ones.
games.
And some not Christian movies.
Yeah.
Because he's a sinner who is going to hell. Right?
I mean, I would prefer to watch the Christian ones because, I'm a Christian.
Right. Well, you probably
And they're better.
you get a sin exemption if you're watching it to warn people. Right?
Yes. Yeah, like Plugged In or whatever. They have to hear all the cuss words in order to count them.
I always do like watching those, reading those faith-based reviews or family-based reviews, and they're like describing in graphic detail the scenes that happen. Don't watch this movie because this horrible thing happens.
It contains adult situations.
And they have a like cuss count, like they count every cuss word out.
Yeah, and they'll be like, there are 257 F-bombs.
Who does it? Because I know Plugged In doesn't do that.
Oh.
But I've heard that.
Yeah,
and
I've
it must
read
be
some before.
somebody.
Yeah.
Parent guide.
Maybe Movie Guide or
It's
something.
helpful though when you're trying to pick a movie or kids.
Yeah, and you want to know
what
how
else
many
in there.
cuss words.
So thanks for coming, Kevin. Kevin is going to be on our interview show soon, and his flight got delayed. So we just said, hey, you want to stick around for the weekly?
Yeah, I'm so honored. This is
So if you
amazing.
like him, then you want to wait for the interview show that's going to come later.
Yeah, it'll fix that.
Yeah. It was way worse.
A lot of heresies. Many.
We got into it. So we had a review from a fan. I think
It's so nice to get reviews.
Fan.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
So this is like a super fan. I think his name's Phil. Phil 3PO is his little handle, and he says, "Love it, love." And then the heart eye emojis,
Heart eyes.
and then 5 hearts. Like wow,
That's a lot of hearts.
I love listening to your podcast. Please don't get canceled or censored. God bless. And he spells God, the Jewish way where they skip the.
Is that
And he
who that
spelled
is?
please without an E at the end, so it's please. Like
Yeah.
multiple
Yeah.
please.
Pleading that we don't get canceled. And then he gave us 1 star.
1 star.
I don't know.
Does he know how stars work? Maybe he thought that 1 star is like the number 1 star. I don't know. It could be possible.
Maybe
It's confusing.
there's some sort of rule about like if you overdo it with hearts, you can't.
Max. It's kind of like
he gave us
an
the 5
RPG
hearts.
game or whatever. You can pick.
Yeah.
You can do hearts or stars. You can't
That's
do
a
both.
good video game reference. You get 5 stat points and you put them all into hearts.
Put them all the stat points in the hearts, and I can't do stars.
Yeah. Rookie mistake.
Well, Phil 3PO, if you feel like editing your review, you could 5 stars is the best. Just so you know.
It sucks. It's such a missed
And
opportunity.
1 star, they kind of mess things up for us when people do 1 star reviews. So.
I know, and we have like a fan who actually likes us. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is great. And then he clicks the 1 star.
Is this on iTunes?
I think this is iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes.
What might happen though is sometimes you can order them on highest rating, lowest rating. Anybody who orders it to lowest rating, they'll read this.
That's
And
true.
then they'll say, oh, even the bad ratings love it.
Love it. Yeah, that's actually good.
If this is the 1-star rating,
Yeah.
I wonder what the 5-star.
There aren't even any negative reviews on here.
3,000 hearts.
Hey, you want to do some weird news?
Always.
This news is weird.
So apparently, people have been hammocking, which is a word,
Yeah.
on
One hammocks.
one sitting in a hammock or lying,
Tie it to
lounging
the
about
two
in a
ends.
hammock.
You need poles.
That would be hammocking, and they have been hammocking. Hammockers have been hammocking on electricity
heck of a
towers
lot.
in Utah. So they've been climbing electricity towers, like an electric line. Like the big thing that holds up the electric line. Is
Is that like a
time
plant where there's like where the Iron Giant went to eat the electricity or something?
Okay, I'm seeing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably a picture.
Oh, I see the picture there.
Okay.
So the police have warned against it. Please do not hammock. To all the hammockers out there,
How many hammockers are there?
it must be a whole underground society of
I
hammockers.
imagine fewer soon.
Yeah.
If they're hammocking
There's going to be
here.
fewer than there are now.
Yeah.
They're wreaking hammock all over these
nice.
electric towers.
Power lines apparently can carry 75,000 kilovolts. That sounds like a lot.
And it's got kill in it.
And it has the word kill right in it. And that's how you know it's deadly.
And they say electricity can jump from line to line.
Yeah. They should call it
It's
murder,
like a
murder
ninja
volts.
electricity.
75,000 murder volts.
Murder volts.
Death volts.
Death volts.
So the police are warning people about this.
Yeah.
But
Right.
aren't there signs already
There probably are signs
That's
everywhere.
that
There's
say
signs saying
don't,
they don't-
go in here?
Yeah.
These poles will kill
But you know hammockers. They don't think
Oh,
rules apply to
so
them.
true.
Yeah.
They're kind of a rogue.
They think they're taking a break from the rules.
I'm just saying that if there's already laws on the books and people are breaking them, how is more hammock control going
true.
to affect?
This is only going to
All
affect
of this.
people who already follow the hammock laws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we need an amendment protecting our right to hammock,
Yeah.
the right to bear hammocks.
You want people to just be able to own like a 77 Abrams hammock?
How would it?
Yeah.
Nobody would ever.
Assault hammocks.
I
We
can't
need
even
assault
think of a
hammocks.
reason why anybody would ever need a hammock.
Well, the government
be honest
has
with you.
nuclear hammocks.
Oh, so you want everybody to be able to own a nuclear hammock?
Yes.
What about a hammock silencer?
Of course. What about a hammock bump stock?
That's
that make it, like, rock
interesting.
really
What does
fast?
that-
Yeah, it's
what does that do?
it's a stalk, like a corn
Stalk.
stalk. I can't say that word. I just learned I don't know.
Speaking of stalking, actually, no, that's later. The American Medical Association says sex should be removed as a legal designation on the public part of birth certificates. So, what is on there? Just the name? John Smith was a baby on this date.
You were born.
So I didn't know there was a
There's already
separate.
not much on there. There's not much about you yet.
It's just like the county you were
It's
born
already like
in.
the worst biography ever written, and
Doesn't
then
have
they
like
take
your
off half the
parents'
story.
names, maybe.
I didn't know there was a separate birth certificate, like a public one and a
On
private
the
one.
public part. Oh,
What's on the private one?
No.
all
to pay
kinds of
extra.
information.
I'd love to know.
So, all right.
the private one's like really ugly baby.
It's the doctor's private notes.
His review.
Huge head. Just a massive noggin. So that's cool.
They say requiring it can lead to discrimination and a necessary burden on individuals whose current gender identity does not align with their designation of birth. But the designation of birth would still be submitted to the U.S. Standard Certificate of Live Birth for medical, public health, and statistics use only.
So like for 99.999%
Yeah.
of people, your birth certificate would be like useless to like be like, I am a man. You know,
I don't see
know.
why it can't just be
guess I don't
this
need that, but-
biological and then whatever you're doing later.
Like if you want
Because
to change
that's
it later.
it says right here it can lead to discrimination.
Yeah, did you read the
Didn't you read
it
the
says it on
story?
there.
But if we just can't we just as rational people go, oh, it's biological. I
Oh,
mean,
you're
just-
saying people are rational?
yeah, just
That's-
can't we just?
That's quite the assumption.
Is it just simpler that way? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
You're one of those rebels. You're like a hammocker.
Yeah.
Just
Watch out.
hammocking on the telephone poles. All right. What's next?
I'm not sure how that ended up in stupid news. That was
That's
it's
just
totally
normal.
Just a
normal.
news
It's
story.
just news.
fascinating.
At long last.
It's not stupid news.
we
It's
have
weird.
Two-headed snake. Oh, so these aren't.
You're up now, yeah.
Yeah, two-headed snake eats two mice at the same time?
with each head.
Oh, so it was like
Like they're both eating at the same time. Now I want to know what happens when it hits because I think they share a throat, right? Or at least like
they share something.
they share something.
There's a video.
The more fascinating part to me is when they go poo poo. Because
Whose food?
because they're both
Yeah.
doing it together, so they can like
Oh.
analyze the feeling together and be like, "This is a good one."
Imagine if one of them decides to go on a diet,
Yeah.
and the other one is like
what I was
just
gonna-
chowing
That's what I was
down.
gonna say when he said two at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, there's Bob
There he is. You're
eating two mice again.
Could you please? I'm trying to watch my weight.
I'm trying to watch our weight.
Yeah, I hate. Look, it's look at how big the bulge is in our
Snake esophagus.
snake esophagus, our weird bulge.
Snake tube.
There's a joke there somewhere. I
Something.
bet.
The snake's name is Ben and Jerry.
Oh, good.
So they're
So-
commies.
Of course
They're
he's
commie
gonna.
snakes, yeah.
Of course he's gonna eat a lot.
Yeah, because
It's like we're gonna die of a heart attack, like the real Ben and Jerry.
Has this happened before?
did they really die of a heart attack?
I think one of them did.
Oh, that's sad.
Did they? Wait.
Not funny.
Sad.
Ben
There's
and
a joke
Jerry,
there, I think.
Heart attack.
Potential jokes.
You get to watch
With
what is
Goodnight Kevin.
essentially the writing session for the final podcast on
Guys
other
go
shows.
in. All right, here.
In
we're
other
gonna
shows,
add
they
it.
make the jokes beforehand.
Could you
And then
imagine?
they tell them.
Too much work.
Yeah. So there's a video.
There is a video. Did you watch it?
No, I'm sorry.
Started it. They were doing
I
it.
started.
They were eating it.
I can verify, unless it's a deep fake.
I didn't get to. I wanted to
A
watch
deep
till I
snake.
got to the
Deep snake fake.
converging of the mice in the throat area, but I didn't get there because I got distracted.
Yeah, I wonder how that.
Let me know how it went. There's nothing in the notes, but
I'm surprised that I didn't realize how little snake there is. Like there's so much snake, and then the heads are just right next to each
they're
other.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was picturing at least a little bit of like
The mice
neck.
like
probably
a Y
see.
shape.
The mice probably see each other like, whoa, I didn't think I'd see you again.
Oh, hey. I'll see you in
Bob,
there.
is that you?
We could die together.
So this was kind of fun. A staffer handed Biden a note saying that he had something on his chin, and Biden then proceeded. You know, if you were to get a note like that and you were giving a speech, you'd be like, "Oh, thanks." So he proceeded to
I
wipe
would
it off
be
and
discreet.
then eat it.
He ate it. But what was it? Was it worth it?
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
that's what it was for. It was for
He
later.
did like the look at the finger thing and. But I mean, I kind of felt like that's pretty relatable for me. I'd eat it. It's still good.
I never actually watched this video.
It's good
I
to
just saw the
finally
note.
have a president that like
Normalcy is
is
back.
just
one of the guys.
Just one of the guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's what any of us would do.
That's painful to watch.
It's what any of us would see our grandfather do.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to have breakfast with this old guy, and he would, he'd go on about, we'd be reading the Bible, and he'd just start basically preaching to me, and he'd always suddenly get a bit of pancake on the side of his mouth, and then I'd be watching it I couldn't get it in to tell him it was there, and it kept moving around his face as he was talking, and it slowly, once it got to his lips, I knew that the moment he said a P, it would shoot at me.
It is coming. You're
So he's
getting
like,
ready.
Paul said in Corinthians,
In Book of Corinthians.
so all of a sudden it gets there, and I'm like, shoo. So that's probably like that, Biden.
Has he considered a run for president?
He's passed.
Oh,
That's too bad. If we could just get a Christian president,
I know.
yeah, we'd be saved.
If only.
God
Well-
would heal our lands.
Yeah, a Christian president would be great. We only have a Catholic one right now. so,
Not even close.
But he's a strong Catholic.
yeah, he's a very hardcore devout Catholic.
Video shows drunk Spaniard beating people with a harpoon after being refused service at a restaurant.
All Spaniards have a harpoon.
Yeah,
They just got
Watch out.
harpoons. Yeah,
as
They
one
got it
knows
in their
about
back
Spaniards.
pocket.
Yeah.
A visibly drunk man showed up to a Spanish pizzeria last week and asked for a table. Hello, I would like a table. Employees. So I'm just imagining the guy
It's like
from
a guy with a guitar behind him.
like I know the Inigo Montoya guy.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Inigo Montoya.
Employees told him the restaurant was full and he couldn't be served there because how drunk he was.
I will return.
That's the word you use.
I expect you.
The man then freaked out, throwing tables and chairs around the restaurant's patio. And it
Which
must
is
be
crazy because
good
people were
pizza.
sitting at them because it was full.
It was full, so there are people being
So there's
launched.
food at these tables
They breathed a sigh of relief when the man left the restaurant. Oh, good, glad that's over.
and said, adios.
I'll be back. However, soon after leaving,
Voy a volver.
he returned with a harpoon and started beating people with it and using it to destroy property. He also threw more tables and chairs and maybe pizza dishes. Whoosh. Okay.
So did he go buy the harpoon?
But he got away
Did he
before
already
the
own
police arrived, so
the
they're
harpoon?
they're out looking for him. They're on the hunt. He's their white whale. They're going psychotic on this chase. Going for this man.
Is that a pun?
They're lust. That's the Ahab. You know, they're getting all Ahab on this guy.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, I got the Moby Dick reference.
They're
Yeah.
being real.
Porpoises.
Yep, they're being real Moby Dicks.
That's the whale. That
gosh.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it doesn't
that
make
was
any
the pun.
sense.
That was the pun that was too far for you. That was the one.
They've been checked into Ahab.
So I'm really curious if he had if he already owned the harpoon, if he went like there was like a harpoon store next door and it
next
was
door.
just
He's
harpoons
looking at
are
all the
us.
possibilities. Chainsaw.
Well, beating people with a
baseball
harpoon is
bat.
not how you use it.
Not the
Yeah, usually-
typical use case.
You
of
should
a
be
harpoon.
thankful he wasn't harpooning people.
Yeah, reeling them in.
That'd be a lot more work. They're hard to get out, I assume. They got a little barb on there.
I knew a
crazy
guy who
Spaniard?
got shot in the leg with a harpoon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's not easy to get out.
I'd
Yeah,
assume.
because they're made to
Stay in.
stay in.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got to reel a whale in.
Yeah,
That's got to be a lot of work.
I don't know.
gonna need a
I
strong
don't know a
line on
guy
that
who's
one.
done that.
Yeah, me either.
It was spearfishing, so it probably wasn't whales.
Oh,
but
okay.
Still.
Still.
That is the other thing. Was it like a spearfishing thing, or was it like a harpoon?
That's
which
true.
I think could be
like a thing that is on like a turret that you like have to sit at. Maybe I'm going too far with the harpoon, thinking only whales get harpooned. That's not true.
Yeah, how dare you? What a small-minded statement.
It looks fairly small. I'm watching the video.
Not only whales get harpooned.
Yeah, not all whales.
Not hashtag.
Not all whales.
You guys want to just start over? Start over?
Start over.
I thought this is what you guys do.
This is a dress rehearsal.
You make these jokes.
It's true.
I
Kyle
thought I was in a
acts like
safe
he's-
space here. where
I
I
likes
could-
to act like he's not like in on it. That's his,
It's my.
That's his thing.
It's my shtick.
Oh, I see.
That's a shtick.
Like I
Now
don't
you're
know what
ruining
these
the
guys
shtick.
are doing here.
I'm like, I'm the office.
he's
Jim. from the
Ren.
office.
He's Ren. I'm Stimpy.
Yeah.
yeah,
He
I wasn't
slaps me
allowed
a
to
bunch.
watch that, but I'll
Yeah.
be Ren.
I'll be red
All right. So next news
because of
story.
the fart jokes.
Good night, Kevin.
A lot of fart
Yeah,
jokes.
right.
Yeah. Police respond to a noise complaint at apartment. Turns out there was nobody home besides a cat who had turned on the stereo.
Another Spanish story.
Puss in
Is
Boots.
there a Spanish cat? Is there a funny joke there?
Puss in
Puss
Boots.
in Boots.
Puss in Boots? Oh, yes, that's who it is.
Maybe.
It's he's turned on the music. Yeah, what kind of music was he listening to? Was
That's
it
what I was
like
trying to figure out.
was it
The cat scratch fever.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking something Spanish.
Oh.
You know, just like a
about
The Macarena.
yeah, he's listening to the
How about
Macarena.
Meow Talica?
Meowtalica.
So he turned on the stereo somehow, making the
With his little
neighbors
sword.
said that the music was so loud it was impossible for them to rest. And then the owner said that this isn't the first time this cat's caused
cat does
problems.
this all the
This cat's
time.
a real rascal. Yeah.
He claimed his cat has the habit of turning on the musical equipment with the paw and moving the volume wheel.
Sounds,
That's
was that
that's a quote.
translated?
It must have been translated
the paw.
the paw.
That sounds like a Shutterstock description.
Yeah, with the paw.
The cat moves
turns on
the stereo
stereo
with the
with
paw.
the paw.
The attractive cat moves the stereo with the paw.
Yeah, it sounds like stock footage. Stock paw.
So this one's crazy. We got a crazy one here.
So I people kept sending me links to this, and I never clicked on it. So I have no idea what I'm
It's
about
kind
to
of wild.
do. I would like you guys to explain this to
try.
me like I'm
Dan might have to.
dumb. A CEO for eBay had to step down, and several employees are being charged for flying to a couple's city to engage in a targeted stalking and harassment campaign. Okay.
Okay.
So give me the bite-sized version. What is going on here?
Well, it's not bite-sized. It's kind of crazy. So this couple, David and Ina Steiner, they run an e-newsletter called E-Commerce Bites. That's for normal, everyday people who sell their stuff on eBay. But eBay is now switching gears to favoring large volume sellers. And so they've been writing a lot of critical articles about eBay.
Oh, this is like the equivalent of like the YouTube algorithm has changed. And now
Yeah, except for the physical.
it's all just late night shows on there now.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
get it. So these are people who still use the capital or the lowercase e at the beginning of a lot of things.
right.
eBay.
So former eBay CEO Devin Wenig complained about several of these articles to his subordinates. So
So they were criticizing this move.
yeah.
Okay.
Soon after, people started harassing the Steiners. They tagged the Steiners fence with graffiti, which was like Phytomaster or something. It's like a weird screen name from, Phytomaster. They began sending spam newsletters and pornography to their email addresses. Days later, a taxidermy shop in Arizona called them to confirm that they'd ordered a stuffed fetal pig, which they had not. Even more bizarre, deliveries began to arrive like a book on grief after losing your spouse, a sympathy wreath for a funeral delivered to their back porch, a pizza was delivered to their house at 3 a.m., and they were terrified that people were coming to kill them.
With the harpoons.
Or pizza.
What the heck?
So then a group of eBay employees flew into Boston, rented 2 vehicles.
In the fall?
What?
Nothing. Never mind.
And checked in. Is that a reference to something?
VeggieTales.
Little wink
I
of
don't
the
know.
audience. You're
I don't-
welcome.
If you
I don't
want
know
him to
VeggieTales
understand your
references.
references, if you want the guy who wrote VeggieTales to understand your references, don't reference.
Don't
them.
Reference
reference.
only ones I wrote. Even those I don't remember.
Okay. Whoosh. Pew. That's a little reference to all the sound effects in new VeggieTales.
So these people started installing cameras on their house and their cars to protect themselves. And the employees of eBay got arrested and charged after Steiner snapped a picture with his cell phone of the van's license plates that was stalking him everywhere he went. And I believe these vans are
crazy.
black to make it even creepier.
But unfortunately, they had eBay written on the side.
eBay logos on them.
Kind of gave it away. Foiled again.
So the federal prosecutors announced criminal charges against the 6 former eBay employees and a contractor.
I should hope so.
Yeah.
That's so. How much damage were these reviewers doing to eBay?
I know, it's insane. Like, it's that worth all that? Flying in, renting cars,
Risking your freedom.
risking your entire job. This one hurt them the most. The CEO, Devin Wenig, resigned shortly after all this happened with a $57 million severance package.
Aw, that's sad.
He's not being officially charged.
I'm glad that justice prevailed.
Justice prevailed.
I can't tell if this was like
so bizarre.
practical joke gone too far. Like they're like, you know what would be funny is if
Yeah.
we like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're
sent
ribbing
them a
us, we'll
pizza
rib them
and,
back.
We'll really get them.
They wrote a
gonna
lightly.
love this.
They wrote an article slightly criticizing.
Here's
us.
a little fetal pig porn
Let's
for you.
threaten to murder his spouse. Classic.
I might have read this
You mixed it
a
together,
little too
but
quickly.
that's fine.
Yeah. Man, $57 million. He could give everybody in the United States $1 million with that.
Yeah, easily. And have leftover money
It's an incredible way of putting it.
for fetal pigs. Who's that, me?
I think so.
James Goss from Bedford, UK, has a unique style that has earned him the Guinness World Records title. Oh, this was Kyle's. For the most flesh tunnels in his face.
Oh, it was you held this record
Oh,
before
no,
he...
it's a Guinness record. So
I'm supposed to read all Guinness
There's 2
records.
Guinness records on here, so you can have the last one, Kyle.
Oh, okay.
So he has flesh tunnels in his face, and that means holes.
Flesh tunnels.
They're not a different thing. You don't
Is
buy...
flesh
and they're not
tunnels?
pimples.
Yeah, that sounds like a gross thing you buy on an
tunnels?
inappropriate
Boy, at high
site.
school, I had plenty of flesh tunnels in my skin.
He just bores
Is that
holes
the
in his
official
face.
term? It's
Apparently, when
flesh
you're the kind of guy who puts holes in your face, then you're totally comfortable using the word flesh tunnel when referring to your face.
I feel like we shouldn't say
Is that
flesh
just another
tunnel.
word for mouth?
No, it's like earrings.
No, but I'm just saying. Can you say that? Oh man, I can't wait to get some lunch in this flesh tunnel. It does feel like a word that should not be
Yeah,
said.
it sounds like something you would get advertised if you're on the wrong website.
The algorithm is really confused.
So the Guinness World Record site kind of frames this as your body, your decision. This is a my body, my choice advertisement.
Yeah.
If you want to make your face into a giant flush tunnel,
But it's interesting, right? The abortion argument, because if the fetus is her body, is it okay for her to give the fetus flesh tunnels? It's just like a hangnail, right?
as long as it hasn't been pushed out of her flesh tunnel yet.
Right.
Then
For other flesh tunnels. Which of her 14 flesh
This
tunnels
is
would it be
disgusting.
pushed out of? What
It
is
does
this
feel like
episode?
flesh tunnel would have already been a term on Urban Dictionary or something.
I'm not going to Google it.
Yeah.
That's like a heavy metal
Flesh
band or
tunnel.
something.
Don't Google image search that.
All right, we have another
The problem
world
is, you can't bleep it either. It makes it worse.
flesh beam.
Or just
beep tunnel. Yeah.
Just we'll leave the F a little bit on there.
Okay, we have another Guinness record. Finally, TikTok stars 2.56-inch mouth gape earns
There's a
Guinness
picture.
World Record. So she has a large flesh tunnel.
Huge flesh tunnel on her mouth.
Whoa.
Holy
Yeah, it's pretty
crap.
big, right? It
That
looks like
is
a Muppet.
Look at that flesh tunnel. Yeah, that's like Kermit the Frog.
That's like that's like the Kermit the Frog when he gets eaten in the original that old Muppet show, one of the early ones, and he gets eaten by a giant other Muppet. You seen that?
Oh, it looks like Sweetums.
I only know
like black and
I only
white.
know VeggieTales reference.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys don't know anything.
Who's a VeggieTales with a big mouth? Or are they all the same mouth?
It's probably all.
They all have the same little painted on mouth.
Yeah.
Because they're all the old crap.
They only had They only had like $5.50 in a budget for mouths.
Yeah.
So it's the
They
same.
couldn't even do eyebrows back then.
Yeah, very sad. Didn't we have another article about a mouth gape?
Another
Well,
flesh
apparently
tunnel
she's
article?
the female mouth gape champion. There's a male mouth gape champion.
I think
What does her
I think we
birth
talked about
certificate say?
Yeah, that's
it.
true.
We don't know. It doesn't say
Well, the
anything.
private one says huge,
Huge
mouth.
flesh tunnel.
Freaking huge mouth.
Get a load of the flesh tunnel on that. That's what the private one says.
Just a whole paragraph on flesh tunnels.
So she gave an inspiring speech after winning the world record.
I bet.
And she says, if I
You talking all.
if I had advice for anyone who had a large body part or something really unique
Sure. Yes.
and they wanted to go for the Guinness World Record title, I would say do it.
Sure.
Do it proud and make it your biggest asset. It's your superpower. It is the thing that makes you special and different from everyone else walking around.
And she's done duets
That's
with the
inspiring.
male gape
No.
face guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they sing together.
Well,
good.
it's a
TikTok.
duet video.
Have they
It's
kissed?
not the same.
I want them to
A
kiss.
TikTok duet video does not necessarily mean you are singing.
Oh, really?
It just means that, like
Oh, it's
you're,
a
you're-
duet.
they're
They changed the
lip-syncing.
meaning of duet.
it's like a
So
video.
they could just
response
be
to
opening their
another-
mouth a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although maybe they are singing. It's possible.
Are they seeing who can fit what? Like, all right, can you do a whole loaf of bread?
It's a compliment.
Go.
Dude, she would
Newborn?
kill. She would kill a chubby bunny.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or chubby chihuahua,
Or
which people have died from.
didn't you have some crazy story about one where people were like barfing and stuff? Or
There was one.
They did a whole
there's
different thing.
pancakes.
Yeah.
A story of a. Is that what? What is chubby chihuahua?
Jalapenos.
Okay. Yeah, there's a pancake eating contest where someone ate so many pancakes it like turned into just a heavy cement like form in their stomach and they died from it.
Oh man. Flapjack death.
Those kinds of
you really
things.
brought us down there.
Those kinds of stories always ran through my mind when they were doing those
Yeah.
dumb competitions in youth group where it's like, all right, we're gonna do this thing, and I'm like, everybody, this is how it happens. Everybody's just so hyped up at camp or at youth group, and they're like, it's fine, we're gonna eat peanut butter off each other's armpits, and it's gonna be fine.
And then somebody died.
And then somebody dies of
That would
peanut
end-
butter
that would
armpit poisoning.
Probably end your career as youth pastor. You would.
You would
think.
hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one thing though that ends a career as a youth pastor.
What's that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the
Not
room
only
again.
one thing, but you know,
that I've heard.
we had a
That's
whole.
really bringing us down.
I'm
here.
sorry.
Have you heard of gold bonding?
Gold bonding?
Gold bond, like the.
I don't
Oh,
know
I
if
don't
to
know.
get into this. I had a youth pastor
Just
in
like
the area.
Bitcoin?
Do it, and then if it's
Yeah, it's too
it's
much.
risque. Put it in the subscriber.
Like, you know,
portion.
Gold Bond. All right, let's get into a little more dignified portion of the show
superpower.
here.
Now that we can't use any of that,
Let's do the best Christian album covers ever made.
what a fantastic piece of art those are.
History.
It's like mankind has grown and learned and developed over the past 6,000 years of human history.
Yeah,
Right.
Christian art is.
When you got like
the Sistine Chapel, you've got
Pieta. Is that how you say that?
such beautiful
Pieta?
artwork throughout the history of the church.
David.
Da Vinci,
All those stained glass.
the Da Vinci
Windows.
Code,
Yes,
Michelangelo. Leonardo,
cathedrals, the spires.
Donatello.
Raphael. Yes, all of it
Culminating.
leading.
Right. Evolving.
And all of it has led to this era of Christian album covers.
Of 80s to 90s and some early 2000s.
And some like maybe 60s or 70s.
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah,
album covers. So we're just going to kind of rattle through some insanely awesome Christian album covers. And here's one, that, Michael W. Smith 2. This is always my favorite Michael W. Smith
This
album
time,
cover.
it's for real.
So
He's like in this Argyle.
he has
Yeah.
a sweater, but then he's in the sweater.
He's inside the sweater. I always
That
wondered.
has to be planned, right? That wasn't like,
Yeah, when did this idea?
because this is pre-Photoshop? When is this made? When
Oh, you
was
think this is?
Oh, yeah, this was like early 90s or 80s even, if I remember right.
'Cause Photoshop's like mid-90s starts out, right? Early to mid-90s. So, I mean, because I'm just saying, like, he had to have gone like, okay, I got a sweater. It could have been like they took a picture in that sweater and he was just jumping around. And then they're like, hey,
That's
we'll
what
work
I
it into
think.
the design. Because it looks more planned, like, doesn't it?
I mean, just look at it. The lines, the richness of the hot pink and neon purple.
But then
the-
it's overlapping him, so they had to like,
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say is the irony of the crazed subject juxtaposed against his orderly Argyle world. It's really saying something. Is
saying-
what I
It's speaking to me.
like the sweater. He's not only is he wearing the sweater, but the sweater is wearing him.
I always wonder if, when I look at this album cover, if Michael W. Smith was like, "Oh crap, what have I gotten myself into?"
No,
He looks
I
He
just
looks
wanted
like
to
he's
make
loving
music.
it. Like this is. It looks like this was his idea.
Yeah. Well, he's probably on coke too.
Oh wait, you said on coat? He's on a coat.
He's on a
That's
sweater,
what
It's a
said.
sweater.
Yes, that's what I said.
and it's just named 2. The album's just named 2, so he's not excited enough to give it like a snappy name, like sweater
Pulling the thread.
pulling the thread. There you go. That's good.
It's just called Two. So it's not just white people who have good album covers. There's also T-Bone.
Good old T-Bone.
Yes. Made famous.
Can you read that?
in the song "The Slam" by Toby Mac?
What? He doesn't need Toby Mac.
Yes, he
T-Bone is a
does.
legend all his own.
He's in the movie "I'm in Love with the Church Girl."
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's in a
with
movie?
with
Did he
Ja
cap any
Rule.
fools or did he cap any demons?
No,
My
it was,
favorite T-Bone songs are we read a whole song lyrics.
Are you just talking about executing demons?
Yeah, the Demon Executor. Oh, so good.
Yeah. And then
I
I
need
could
to
like
make
in
that movie.
very explicit detail about like I'm going to strap them down.
He's completely
on the
shifted his
chair.
style. If you listen to his newest albums, I looked him up the other day. It's all like
It's like country.
No, it's like super auto-tuned Spanish
Okay.
singing. Like it's a whole different.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's something that'd be on in the background at like a not a hookah shop, but almost feels like it's just different. Those are
in
different
the
races,
background,
but-
like at like
still,
a
it's not
cat's
like-
apartment.
like it's like a. You know what I mean?
I don't.
You know, like really nasally and like auto-tuned, like hard. So it sounds like a robot trying to sing R&B or something. Like it's just weird.
Have you ever seen? There's like a clip of him being interviewed, and the interviewer asks a question, and he just starts rapping, and then he's like, "And now backwards." Like
He rapped it backwards.
he rapped it backwards, I guess, and then he
Like-
did it in
like-
Spanish. Then he did it in Chinese.
Did he do it in Spanish
Wait,
backwards?
is this real?
It wasn't real Chinese,
Oh, okay.
and that's where the interviewer gets really uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Yes,
But he's Mexican. He can do that.
yeah, he's allowed, I think.
So the album's called Gospel Alpha Mega Funky Boogie Disco, and then I lost. I
Music.
can't. Music. Okay.
Music, baby.
Gospel Alpha Mega Funky Boogie Disco Music, and he's got
So
this
this
really
is-
cool white robe on. It might be photoshopped
he?
onto him.
Is he a pimp? Is he trying to be a pimp?
It
I
looks
believe so. I
Pimp
think,
like,
'cause-
but he's pimping the gospel.
The gospel out.
Yeah, right.
which is what Jesus said. Go thee therefore and
you
pimp
treat
the gospel.
with that
But it's-
sort of respect.
It looks like a CGI, and they just like photoshopped his head.
What's the thing about his head? There's like a yarmulke floating up.
What is that?
I think it's a light. It's
A
like
light?
it's like an umbrella for a light
Oh
fixture.
yeah, but
they
then you
just
can't
left
see
in.
the light part. That's weird.
Is that an accident?
I think it
Maybe
is.
that's psychedelicness.
And he's like,
It looks like they're trying to be like,
enhance.
you do mushrooms, but you don't. Like if this is for the redeemed mushroom guy, because it looks very
Do you,
psychedelic.
like the pimp thing is because this album is very like Snoop Dogg esque. He's like very,
Yeah.
kind of whispering. Yeah, gospel funky mega boogaloo, baby.
I want to hear you do a full-on Snoop impression now.
Oh no, I can't. I'm not allowed. I'm not
Yeah,
Mexican.
you can't do that. So we got some.
So this is a whole genre of album covers now that we're going into.
Yeah, these are the old timers, the old time faith gospel duets and troops and groups.
I
Let's
feel
take
bad
it
for
all the
this
way down.
one. The faith tones.
Yeah. So this is the Faith Tones, and it's called "Jesus Use Me," which is fine. I'm not
It's
laughing,
just the languages, I don't know.
But-
People have gotten gross.
but you just look.
Yeah.
It gets worse though.
They look like background singers for the Beatles, or I don't know,
Or
some-
Lawrence Welk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
And bubbles floating around them.
I wonder if we could find any of these people. And
Yeah, talk to him.
Yeah, what are they up to now?
Yeah.
Like this next one might be a life still because he's a kid.
So this is Greg Kendrick, and is that Greg Kendrick or is that just a stock?
I don't know. Is that a kid singer or
yeah.
is that just a photo?
He won Star Search. Made this album.
It's called "He Touched Me." That is the name of the album.
It's a little boy.
It's a picture of a little boy. And then there's the follow-up album, which is not related apparently, but by the Ministers Quartet. Is that right?
This was the era of the Gospel Quartet.
Oh,
which
you
is-
guys
this one's
mentioned
called-
you think that should come back, and I agree.
yeah.
This one's
Yeah.
called "Let Me Touch Him."
Honestly,
You guys didn't put this in order, any sort of order. It's randomly generated.
whatever. Like people are gross and they read it,
Yeah,
random,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just the very like dry. The people standing
Yeah,
there, and then it's like just the bowl of
just
letters.
weird.
It makes it happen.
Oh, let me touch him.
Boom,
guys-
boom, boom.
Boom, boom. And then you guys got to do the high ones because I can't do that.
Oh yeah. Well, medium.
me touch him.
Yeah. Well, then we got.
I don't know
I don't
that,
think
that
we're doing
song.
it.
We got Bobby
don't
Wood.
think it's happening.
I don't know it
We
either.
were going to start a band here.
So I love this one, Bobby Wood. And it's called "Yes, There's a Man in My Life."
She's posing in front of a photo. Well, not a photo.
She's playing her guitar, posing in front of
A real life
Painting
photo
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
a painting of Jesus.
I love that, like the idea that she's getting proposed to by all these guys.
She goes, "There's a man in my life, actually."
There actually is a man in my life.
And she
so
pulls up this
back off,
picture,
boys.
and they're like, "Oh, okay, dodged
Yeah,
the bullet on
it
that
does
one."
feel like, who is she trying to convince here? Yes, there is a man in my life. I promise.
So we've covered this next one with
You think-
Michael Sweet.
I'm sorry. I just
Oh,
had
did I?
one
Sorry.
last
Yeah,
thought.
one last
You guys normally go much quicker
We
through
like to
these
go
things.
quick.
I'm sorry about that. I was just
Sometimes.
thinking maybe she was the originator of "I'm dating Jesus" right now.
Could be.
Yeah.
If you kiss dating goodbye, do you
Kiss
Yeah,
still
you
date
kiss
Jesus?
Jesus.
dating
Yes.
Hello?
Sorry,
believe so.
Jesus. I kissed dating goodbye.
Sorry,
I
Jesus.
can't date you. Back off.
Striper.
Yeah, we talked to Michael Sweet about this one. This is was this Soldiers
they-
Under Command? I
I can't remember.
think it was.
Isaiah 50.
That's just they have that on their logo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to justify the name.
The name of the album is Soldiers Under Command, and they're
They got guns.
they have machine
Stripes.
guns for
So
Jesus
many guns.
on top of the yellow and black tank,
Yeah.
which existed, and someone gave it to them or something.
Yeah, somebody like some rich fan or something bought it
Like
for
made
him
it
or
and
something.
gave it to him.
Yeah,
which is
which is
wonderful.
awesome. How come nobody does that for us? We want a big
Yeah.
band.
You could have this one because it's got
turrets.
like the
It's got
B
like a gun
stripes.
built onto it.
The Striper Battle van. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to order this off Striper. Striper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's out of stock. Dang it!
We need one.
I needed one for the lounge over
The
there.
Babylon Bee logo is very similar. It's got the
we were
yellow
big-
stripes.
the stripes.
Very
Straight
straight
inspired.
ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is another one in the old weird
Old-timers.
genre. I can't read the name. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something.
And Kathleen.
But the name of the album is God's Chosen Puppet. And she's got marionette strings.
They're ribbons, though.
It's just kind of, it
They're
has
like-
a creepy factor to it.
It feels like they didn't.
It looks like she has broken arms or something.
It's called Ava Kathleen Beatty. Is the
Beatty.
name.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's very creepy. I'm going to be thinking about that when I try to fall asleep tonight. You're haunting my
Yeah, it's
dreams.
kind of the dead stare. I don't know.
Very-
Something freaky.
there.
Yeah, it's like the chitty chitty bang bang. Turning around.
That's a
and
car.
around.
Oh,
It's
I
a
forgot
movie.
that part.
Yeah, it is a movie. Yes.
Yeah.
This is an album by Steve Taylor called I Want to Be... What?
A clone.
I want to be a clone.
A clone, and he's running through a tiny toy church with a bunch of plastic churchgoers.
Church people,
Yeah.
but it looks more like a castle. But it is, yeah, it's a church.
Yeah, it does look like a castle.
Kind of a castle church. And I have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah.
There was more cocaine was involved.
Yeah.
Same designer as the Michael W. Smith 2 cover.
Really?
It was no, I'm just kidding.
He was big.
Gotta
in
get this guy on the
album cover
podcast.
Scene. Now, I will say, Steve Tyler has some self-awareness.
Yeah.
So this
Taylor.
could be
Hey, Taylor.
no Steve Tyler, the lead
Probably has
singer
some.
of.
He's got mouth gape.
Yeah, he was the runner-up.
We talk about flesh tunnels.
Now, Audio Adrenaline.
Yeah, we like this audio adrenaline cover. So
Don't
we're moving
censor
into
me.
these are more like 90s, just very self-serious album covers.
His hands are tied up.
Like someone thought a long time about this, about how cool and
He's in a very Shakespearean pose.
solemn this album cover was going to look.
And the bass player's hair just
Yeah, that hair.
coming down.
Yeah, they probably had people coming up and like combing and make
Yeah.
sure you could just hold it right there.
Stay. It's there. It's good.
It's there, don't
More
move.
spray.
More spray, more spray. And it's nice.
Real nice.
Yeah,
real
that's
nice.
a good one. I didn't realize this album was called "Don't Censor Me."
Yeah, it's called Don't Censor Me.
This was early
Because
conservative.
Audio Adrenaline is
being
known
censored.
for their edgy lyrics.
Yes, they get censored all the time, even
Yeah.
if DJs don't play it.
Because it's like they're like an epinephrine shot of music, right? Because they're Audio Adrenaline.
Yeah,
It's
they
like-
just shoot it into your arm. What? They're so hard. I never knew Christian music could rock as hard as
as hard as yeah. Well, Big House, right? So
With lots and lots of rooms.
They were originally called Audio Cocaine, but they had to change the name.
They got censored.
They got censored.
That's why they
the
made this
album's
album.
called
That
Don't
makes
Censor
sense.
Me.
don't censor us anymore.
You know, on this album, I think it's this album. I don't know if it's this album. Don't write in. There's a song called Chevette.
In my Chevette.
Oh yeah,
There's
No,
a different
AC.
version on Wow 99 that's way better. And I think that's the only place that version of the song can be found. So think about that while you try to go to sleep tonight.
okay.
So some
Tasty
more
snacks.
90s. This is like early 2000s, 90s. The Tasty Snacks.
Oh, this looks
was a
like a
ska
ska.
band. Ska.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I
was
was
ska
going to
band.
guess that.
I remembered this one from my childhood. And there's
Has real ska feel. They like those.
Hup, hup, hup.
it definitely looks like they had a friend who said he could draw.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Graphic design is my passion.
Yeah.
So we've got Joseph running away in his underwear.
He did
and
it for exposure.
Potiphar's wife standing there with a really cool drop shadow behind her. So
Yeah.
good job on that one.
Early Photoshop.
Yeah.
And then so this is I've never heard this band, but apparently this is a Christian metal band called Messiah Prophet.
That's a sweet album cover.
It's pretty sweet.
I thought these were supposed to be bad.
Well, just funny. I mean, interesting.
Bad donkey.
Look
More
at that
like.
guy. Just he's hammering a guitar like
Dude, he's
a steel smith. What do you call those guys?
A blacksmith?
Blacksmith.
But in space, I think. Or in
or
the
on
mountains.
top of a mountain, maybe.
It's a giant anvil.
It's very like Ronnie James Dio or like Heavy Metal Magazine
Yeah.
or something, but without the naked women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice
But
that.
they were okay with the man without a shirt, though.
Yeah,
okay.
that guy's got almost
Kind of
no
romance
clothes on.
novel, Fabio look.
And he just has this like chastity belt on.
That's what it is. That's what makes it okay. Is he's wearing a chastity belt.
Real men wear chastity belts. That's as metal as you can get.
All right, so I just like this one, and I don't even know. I assume this is a gospel or Christian album. I don't even know, but Gary McVeigh, looking very forlorn as he's giant behind some trees. So
But what about me?
What about me? That's the name of the album.
With the ellipsis. The ellipsis is what makes it.
Yeah,
For
the
me.
ellipsis.
But
You can see that the picture was taken in between, like during the ellipses.
He looks like a lonely giant.
he's thinking about
Can't-
eating that.
Whenever
tree.
he makes friends,
Yeah.
he smashes them. And now he's just sad. But what about me?
All I wanted was to be loved. He's accidentally squishing
He's
people.
the BFG because all the other giants are mean, flesh-eating giants, and he just wants a friend.
We've also got.
I don't know why I just realized he's just wearing a button down, but I was expecting it was going to be like chainmail. Because I think it's his haircut. Looks like a medieval knight haircut.
Oh, the mutton chops.
All right. This one's the bad one.
Raise
Yeah, you had to tell me about these. I
I'm
forgot.
sorry
about
for
these
ruining
ones.
it.
Power.
Raise Power. So Raise is the name of the band, and Power
looks like-
is the album.
So they got Dennis Rodman, and then they got
It's very Spice Girls.
Yeah.
and what's that No Doubt girl's name? Gwen Stefani, and then they got
A member of Backstreet Boys,
and then they got
a member of Destiny's Child.
yeah. All right, you win.
We did it.
Why does she got to be a member of Destiny's Child?
Because she's African American.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I was thinking that girl from Community.
Remember, I don't know when this album came out, but my guess is like the year 2000.
Yeah, I mean it's probably after Millennium, the Backstreet Boys album,
Right.
Because it's got that feel.
It's like everything was chrome, and
Yeah.
like we are in the new millennium.
The new world. It's a brave new world now.
Yeah.
We're gonna put some bezel on the text, or is it bevel?
Bevel
Edit that to make it say bevel.
and some chrome.
Oh, I'm on their thing. I'm on their.
They got some motion blur on there on Power.
Oh, are they still have a website?
I'm on their Wikipedia page, and
They still
Yeah.
going?
Jamar Davis was having an inappropriate sexual relationship with
Yes,
a
with
backup
the
dancer.
backup dancer.
Sad.
That was their downfall.
So
Happens to the. Never mind.
Worst,
they don't strike
worst
me as a
people.
band that would
The worst
age
people,
well.
really. Yeah, they don't seem like a band that would like make a good
Be in their
comeback.
50s,
20
you know,
years.
like
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, you know,
Yeah.
just keeps going.
I mean, it was catchy music. They had a song called "All Around the World" that was just like, I don't know, it's just
Sugar Ray?
very electronic, you know, auto-tuned, but probably not auto-tuned. They just were that good.
And then finally we got a Michael W. Smith,
Smitty, another one to round it off.
Go West Young Man.
Go West, young man.
He didn't get into that shirt because that would be, he'd never get out of that one. That is very 90s, right? Or is it 80s?
It took me a second to get what you were saying.
But he is in the
What are you
shirt.
talking about? But the
But
shirt is
he's
not
in the design.
He's not inside the shirt. The shirt's
Into
on
that
him.
design. The
shirt's
He's not,
not
on
wearing
the shirt.
And there's three symbols. One of them's a guy standing, one of a guy with his fist in the air, and one of him trying to bounce, not fall down. Maybe,
Don't fall down.
Maybe doing like a DUI test or something.
This is like the Christian version of the "Don't see no evil, hear no evil."
Yeah.
And then like the world's craziest boomerang down there. I don't know
Dance
what
no
these
evil.
symbols are.
It's a bow and arrow.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, like it's a
The world's craziest bow and arrow. Well, there's no arrow.
a recurve. But it's
It's a
not
recurve
stringed.
bow.
Okay.
An unstringed recurve bow. Hey, we also wanted to look at Ethan's
not we, but-
this beautiful old band pick from Lunar Active.
I like how I look at the guy who just snuck in and photobombed the band pick.
They get the photographs back and developed, and they look at it. I'm
this
like,
guy?
The sad thing
guy
is
in the
that I
back
was
there.
pretty much the lead singer. But, you know, you just don't want the fat, weird guy
Aw.
in the front. You know, everybody's so much better looking than me. Well, there's also Eric, the old guy, the older guy.
with the polo shirt. He
He
didn't
sells RVs.
he didn't get the memo that
He's an amazing drummer. He's like Neil Peart, literally like Neil Peart, like amazing drummer. But
Now, why is the matte of color just right there in the middle? Like
that
it's
was a
black
cool
and white
effect.
around.
I was doing a
And then
cool
there's like
effect.
Did you make
Photoshop,
this?
bro? I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did all our graphics back then. I did. There's some bevel right there on our logo. A little too much.
A little
bevel.
too much.
Yeah, the drummer looks like he just got back from selling an RV, and you guys, he was like, "Oh crap, the photo shoots today." So
Definitely, Anthony always was way into these kind of photo shoots. You can tell.
Is that the guy in the front?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was in it. He practiced this photo.
He practiced that
face.
expression right there.
I would love like a SoundCloud, but it's just every current podcaster's old band's music.
Okay.
Like a playlist or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They
just
all got
like
'em.
yeah,
Everyone's got a
every
past.
podcaster now used to have a band.
Yeah. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, just so much ska and pop punk. What kind of band was this?
Awesome.
It wasn't a ska band because
No,
there's not.
I
enough
wasn't
people.
a ska band. We called ourselves punk ninja metal. We were highly inspired by Stretch Armstrong and Craig's brother. If you're a Tooth and Nail fan,
Nice
melodic
Yes, of course.
punk with harmonies and screaming and technical metal riffs.
Who was the screamer?
I did both screaming and singing.
Whoa,
Is that about what you expected?
Yeah, it's exactly what I was expecting.
It's pretty good. We were bumping it the other day.
It does feel like a Tooth and Nail band.
We were big fans.
Yeah, I mean not later Tooth and Nail.
What
Real
happened later?
Well, there's just like I think Emery probably
lost track.
and Under Oath they got a little
Oh, yeah.
heavier, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe the Solid State bands.
We have some heavier songs.
Emery.
Yeah, we tried to keep it fun though.
They were
We
always
were a fun
like,
band.
I just had sex. I can't believe I had sex. That's every Emery song. I'm sorry, Father. I'm so sorry for having sex.
Is that one guy or two guys?
I can't remember.
Like, are they both apologizing together?
No, it's the
I don't know.
multiple layers.
Maybe
They
they-
layer the
it's
same
like
guy's
two
voice
snakes.
over.
Yeah.
Maybe
no,
they've
yeah,
talked
some
about it on
bands-
their current podcast.
Some bands have a guy that does both, and then when they're live, he can't overlap
right.
himself. Or they got the two guys.
Yeah.
Or the guy can't scream as well live, filling in.
I just want to make it harder for the editor. Of this.
I want to know, because that's the thing, is it's like, I just had sex. He just had sex. Like, he's not involving himself in this.
part of this.
He's got his arm around him.
I'm sorry, Father. He's sorry, Father.
He's really sorry. Sorry, Josh Harris.
Oh, dear.
should have kissed Danny goodbye. My promise ring didn't work.
That sounds like a good, great Christian hardcore song. Broken Promise Ring. Well, those are fun.
Were they?
But now let's get to other forms of art,
Such as hate mail.
such as hate mail.
I really miss Adam Ford.
And we got a reply from the Socialist Party, the blue-checked official Socialist
Nice.
Party
And
of
this is to our
Great
new
Britain,
music
I think.
video.
And we did a music video of Imagine, a more realistic
Kyle
version.
showed off his angelic singing voice.
Yeah, that everybody. I'm getting a lot of messages and emails from friends and family.
Yeah.
I didn't know you sang so well. And I'm like, thank you.
The singer is in the video.
Yeah, but he's actually
For a moment.
He plays Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
You don't have to say that though. We're in
Yeah.
the world of TikTok. You can just
Yeah, you can
claim
say
that it's you.
It's true.
Claim it.
Name it, claim it.
It's true.
Sorry, I didn't
I
mean to
could-
expose you.
I could duet their TikTok video.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
so,
that's what it is, but oh yeah, so we got a reply. They were very upset that we implied that communism is bad, and this was their reply to us. This is a waste of time and resources by ignoramuses who don't know that what existed in the old Soviet Union, etc., was state capitalism.
Capitalism, capitalism, capitalism.
Never communism. Even Lenin admitted that Russia had state capitalism.
On his deathbed?
Read a book once in a while. Well, you would know if it was his deathbed or not if you read a book once in a while, Kevin.
Shoot. Wow.
And then they post a very wordy leftist meme that I didn't bother reading, but it's kind of cropped in that picture.
It's too cropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Is this like the socialist version of crony capitalism?
Yeah, like it's not real.
Like no. It's crony capitalism.
cap-
I mean, it is the same thing. Like if you say, "Oh, state capitalism," okay, yeah.
So the state
and
owns-
we're not talking about. we're talking about crony capitalism. I'm against that as well. I don't mean to put you guys in with
Yeah.
me.
Did you
Sounds
point-
bad. The word crony. I don't like that word.
Yeah, I don't like that word.
Yeah, crony.
Yeah.
But wouldn't I don't get what state capitalism is then.
Well,
It's just
it-
like
Yeah, how is it?
It's just they go and say, it's not true communism unless the workers actually own the means of production and have free access to everything they need, and it's a beautiful utopia. That is communism.
I feel like you're painting a straw man here.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
As
Can we
long
get
as
a
can
real
acknowledge
communist
that.
in here
You
too?
can get a real
But
communist.
the meme literally says that.
Well-
It says, do the people own the means of production, the natural resources, the industry, so everyone then has free access to any goods and services they need? Yes, then it's real communism.
Okay, now I believe it.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
So in other words, this thing that has never existed and can never exist.
Never been
That's
tried.
what we believe in.
So what do you want?
I just want Amazon to be able to enslave everyone.
Yeah, that's
And-
what I thought.
yeah.
And Apple.
Absolutely.
And Apple.
And I want them to be able to create
Yeah.
armies and fight each other, which will then just become the state anyway.
Take sides.
Yeah, but it's not. It's private business, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, let's go on to our subscriber portion.
Let's do it. Hey, we got a big subscriber portion planned out because we're going to look at a few movie trailers with our man, Say Goodnight Kevin here,
We're
who's
going to
a
look at some
professional.
insane Christian movie clips and trailers.
Just a sampling. We have one about a time-traveling Muslim terrorist who goes back in time to kill Jesus. So, there you go.
Okay,
So, put on your movie belts.
I'm putting them on.
you have to wear a
You gotta wear a belt for these movies.
put on your 2D goggles.
Let's do it.
Coming up next for Babylon Bee subscribers.
So this is God's Not Dead 4, the fourth God's Not
okay.
Dead movie.
Yeah, I mean, what's there to
What's
say
there to set
that the
up?
other 4 movies haven't already proved?
Is God
The other
still
3.
dead?
Still not
Or
dead.
still not dead?
Yeah.
We interviewed someone in Trump's administration, and we tried to find out what his breath smelled like. And that person was not appreciative of that
Didn't
question.
like whole interview canceled.
So
Wondering what they'll say next? The rest of this podcast is in our super exclusive premium subscriber lounge. Go to babylonb.com/plans for full-length ad-free podcasts. Kyle and Ethan would like to thank Seth Dillon for paying the bills, Adam Ford for creating their job, the other writers for tirelessly pitching headlines, the subscribers, and you, the listener. Until next time, this is Dave D'Andrea, the voice of the Babylon Bee. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. We were just kicking back in the elite, ultra-exclusive Babylon Bee Subscribers Lounge. There are a few bigwigs in here. Yeah? Kirk Cameron's over there in the corner sipping a root beer, and Kevin Max is over by the fire writing weird poems. We were just about to light up a pipe of fine, soapy bubbles and pop open a bottle of Martinelli's 2019 vintage. Of course, only the best for our subscribers. Pull up a recliner. Join us, won't you?
Have you heard of gold bonding?
Gold bonding?
Gold bond, like the
I don't
Oh,
know
I
if I
don't
should
know.
get into this. I had a youth pastor
Just
in
like
the area.
Bitcoin?
do it, and then if it's
Yeah, it's too much.
risque, put it in the subscriber.
Like, you know,
portion.
gold bond, it burns, right?
Yeah.
So there's this thing where like guys like put gold bond on their, and then like everyone
their
kind
flesh
of after,
tones.
right after showering, you know, they were like
On their tummies?
like and like all like you know like try
Oh,
to
it's like a
take it. And,
masculine
It's
thing?
gotten funny about it. I never did it, but like jocks or something. So we had like youth. He's actually a really good guy, a good friend of mine in the area, and like they would do this after because you know there'd be the showering portion, so then they gold bond. So one of the kids went home and told mom about it, and she really freaked out, thinking that like they were doing some weird thing with the, you know. Anyway, there's a whole like court thing, and like it was horrible. But
What
Just
happens?
a little innocent gold bonding. You know, it's like that cold burn. You know, how guys are just the dumb kind of stuff like oh my.
Oh, this is like
I can't say anything on the show.
like the stuff that, like when you have a cold,
You put it,
you put it on, like
it's
on your
for-
chest or something.
No, it's kind of
Like
got that
Vic-
same feeling,
Vicks Vapor
but more
Rub?
intense.
Okay.
It's a really intense, cold burning.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like a competition to like.
Yeah, you put them on your feet. You put it anywhere you want to like dry stuff out, so it's not all sweaty or whatever.
Huh.
But then
Well,
has
it
this, like,
sounds like
burn
the
that's
mom
supposed
was
to-
correct in this situation.
I understand her. I understand that there is no explaining gold bonding to a female and them understanding.
And as
Even
we know,
me, as a
I'm
more
not understanding.
as a more feminine man, I raised by a woman. I don't get it, but I also know the guys and know the guys that did it, and had buddies.
They're just goofing around.
They're just goofing around. It's just that it's in the realm of blue flaming, which is farting on fire.
Yep.
It's the same realm.
Isn't that what Kavanaugh was accused of doing?
blue flaming?
That was the Devil's Triangle.
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Anyway, maybe that was weird.
And that is the one thing that youth pastors can get fired over. That's what I was
That was the thing.
referencing.
Yeah.
The lesson for today: don't put gold bond on your flesh tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Here we are.
You have to say it.
Oh yeah.
So we're hanging.
Boy.
No, that's too much.
Oh.
Too much. We're hanging out in the subscriber lounge with Babylon Bee fans. Hey guys, thanks for subscribing. We're hanging out with Kevin.
They may not be fans. They might be subscribing.
They might.
as observers.
Oh, to cancel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one guy from Media Matters. Hi,
Good guy from
guy from Media Matters.
Phil, we'll call him.
I wish we were at that level of fame with the podcast. I don't think we're quite there
not
yet.
There at all.
And to that guy, I'm nostalgia critic.
No, he's not. He's say goodnight, Kevin.
I'm the nostalgia Christian.
Jeez. You can't take this guy anywhere.
Who's in the house?
Kevin
Jesus.
is. Oh, Jesus.
Carmen?
Carmen.
So where are we? We're going to go look at movie trailers.
We're going to look at some insane Christian movies. We got 3 of them for you. This first one, did you want to frame this for us?
Yes,
We
this
mentioned
is
it over there,
A
but-
quick. The movie is about how the Muslims invent a time machine to go back in time and kill Jesus Christ in 33 A.D.
Don't the Muslims know what happens when Jesus gets killed? Like someone already tried.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 0 for 1 on killing Jesus.
They think
yeah. Like, we're gonna kill him even
like
more.
they're going to
this
kill
time.
him after he comes back again.
Maybe if
0 for
they
2,
kill
really?
him,
Oh, 0 for a
he
lot,
won't.
actually.
It won't be for.
Or they're going to
Our sins.
have like a whole rotation of guys that keep showing up, and every time he
Oh, it's
wakes up in the tomb,
Terminator.
the gong, and like he's keep getting him
Yeah,
forever. I don't know.
and this.
Standing there with an AK.
That's
some
the
other-
sequel, but
Yeah, it's all very convoluted. But that's me like narrowing down what happens in the best way. There's many other things that happen in the movie.
Patrick, spin it.
Let's watch it. Yeah. Is that kind of like Assassin's Creed?
It
Yeah.
looks like the same font.
33 AD, which now has been
That's
re-released.
when
to-
Jesus was 33 years old.
That's the exact time.
Oh, they got night vision.
Target acquired. Rally on me.
Jesus Christ.
So this isn't a 33 AD right here. Oh, that is in the night vision. Oh, because they went there.
Okay, so I
Never thought you would see Judas's betrayal.
Wait, was
in
he
night
nominated for
vision.
something?
can you go back to that where it says all the awards and stuff? I want to camp on this for a second. Nominated Best Screenplay in more international film festivals than any other in history.
In history.
Wait. Patrick reads screenplays. So you get this screenplay. It's probably a nice like break from all the biopic type things where people writing with their own life story.
Yeah, I mean, I get a few Christian films every once in a while.
So you would nominate this probably?
Oh, sure, yeah.
What award show is that? Is there a
every-
specifically
More international film
screenplay
festivals than
award
any other in
ceremony?
history.
Like I know they have that as a category
multiple.
sometimes, but
Sometimes people make film festivals.
in more
Sure.
international film festivals
also
So not in America.
than any other. So it's like they just made up all their own little film festivals.
But they don't even say
They're like,
No,
this is
maybe all the
Bob's
Muslim-
film festival.
It's possible that the Middle East loved it.
they just all have.
There's a lot of countries over there.
Yeah, which international film festivals? Or yeah, maybe it's just like someone dressed up.
We need to do a deep dive and find all the
I'll Google it after.
film festivals.
Can we contact the filmmakers and ask
It's just
them?
all nominations, so I don't know how many actually won. But
But they have a time machine, so they probably
to
cheated.
just go back and
it's true.
Go back through time,
Yeah.
all of time.
Every
Submitted
film
this
festival since the beginning.
since 33 AD at
Yeah.
least.
But I wonder, like, if at these film festivals you can nominate your own screenplay. You can just,
Oh, 'cause just
you can just
nominate
nominate it to so they just submitted it
submitted
to
it.
every single one and they said it has been nominated. I think that's what happened.
Yes.
That's my working theory. That or the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
Proceed.
continue. Proceed, sir.
Institute of Matter
Transfer Sciences, owned by Ahmed Akbar, will attempt to complete
He's the funny guy.
Ahmed
matter
Akbar?
transfer machine.
They named him that.
Someone's using a secure line to communicate with the outside.
Is that the transporter?
find
Oh,
out.
they got Ethernet.
Oh, they got Ethernet.
Never thought people would
That's
be
all you
this
need for
mad
time
about
travel?
the next
Ethernet
doctor.
cable?
And now it says winner of more than 50 international screenplay awards.
The 13th
they
Doctor
just
has
make
really
that up?
caused a lot of havoc.
My
Can't be
wildest
true.
expectations, I would have never figured that you would create time travel. My mind is racing with the possibilities.
My mind is racing.
Transferring
Of everything
Of
you
all
can do.
people.
Wait, that kid just cut that guy's face with a knife.
Whenever my mind is racing with possibilities, I say so.
So it's like John Wick for a
GPS
minute.
coordinates can take them.
There's Jesus. He's already in pretty bad shape, so this should be easy.
Why is what?
He's
Wait, who's that guy? Is that the
Simeon?
guy?
Who's the guy who carried the...
Yeah,
But he has a t-shirt on.
Simon Peter.
Yeah,
right?
he's one of the time travelers.
Oh, so the idea
But
is...
why is he?
Jesus is a prophet. We should honor him. Yes, he will be correcting the greatest deception of all time.
So this guy is supposed to be Arab, but you can tell that his accent moves.
Fluctuates quite a bit.
So what is he, like a Cuban or something?
I think so.
Dude, they're just gunning down. They're just gunning down Israelites
He
there.
will be remembered as a great prophet, but not.
Is that Bruce Campbell? Sad.
So he'll be remembered as a great prophet, but not the Son of God.
So that's why I want to do it.
I don't know. I would like to nominate that for an award at my film festival.
I would do it.
I would nominate it for Best Christian Movie Trailer.
Of
one of
all
them.
my film festivals, I'd only do the international
For
ones.
the
Yeah,
year.
right.
Oh, look, it does say one.
The domestic ones, I wouldn't even.
They wouldn't
Kingdomwood?
get it.
Yeah, wait. Go click on
No
that.
way.
Beverly Hills Screenplay Contest.
Headline International Film
Is that
Festival.
real? Sometimes they got these award festivals that are just shams.
See, but this is their own website though,
Allegedly.
so they're claiming.
But it said 50. Oh, okay.
Oh,
here
look
we
at
go.
those awards.
Wow. Okay, we got to look.
Okay,
okay,
I'm wrong. This is a good movie.
Okay,
then.
remember we got Greg Kading, who is a, we'll pay him.
A private investigator.
He's a private investigator, so we'll
Okay,
have
ask
him
him
do a
to-
deep dive on all these.
No way. One
But look-
Sanders film.
But it just says award winner. What does that mean? It doesn't. None of these are specific awards. Like it doesn't say best screenplay or best. It just says award winner, award winner,
The
award
My
winner.
Mom Award.
The thank you for
Mom put the
participating.
screenplay
award.
on
Yeah.
the refrigerator.
I need to look. This needs to become a main topic of this podcast. The focus of this podcast has now shifted to
It is completely
investigating.
shifted.
Yeah, like I don't believe that.
Now that, I mean, it looks pretty legitimate.
real
Look at that font.
But they do, like when I was in a band, this is not the exact same thing, but they just, I found this thing called the New York Music Festival. And it was supposed to be like bands that play in this thing get to play in front of all these record executives and stuff. And it's like this big deal. And we're like, oh, so we only had like $1,000 to our name as a band. So we put it into this thing. And then I started getting curious. I mean, I was a total noob. I started finding old bands that had been into this thing, and I looked them up and contacted them. And every single one I talked was like, it's a complete ripoff. You're in this little dingy room. There's like 3 people that are like allegedly connected to the music industry in some weird way, and it's a complete. And so we said we want our money back, and we even like got lawyers to threaten them, and we never got our money back. It was just this weird. But I think that there's a lot of these things that exploit people that like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're selling dreams.
selling your dreams. Yeah, so I think there's a ton of those kinds of things.
Well, like look at this. This one's the first year running. For this
Oh,
one.
it's brand new.
So like I wonder how many.
See, yeah.
Like how many of them?
They
are
ju-
the
they
first
just
year?
found like 1 billion film festivals and submitted
Smart
it to
though.
everything.
Who's gonna? No one's gonna. Now you guys know.
The Babylon Bee is going to figure it out. All right, so that was a
Exposed.
That was great.
fantastic
I want to see that
one.
movie.
What's our next thing we're gonna look at?
Well, have you seen this whole movie?
I have, yes.
Is it worth watching the whole thing?
No.
Oh no, sad.
No, it is not.
There's a lot of boring parts. You would
Yeah.
think at least there would be some campy action.
Yeah, right. So bad it's good, but not.
All right, you
So
want to
bad
set up
it's
this
good,
one, or
but-
we're just gonna watch?
So this is God's Not Dead 4, the fourth God's Not
okay.
Dead movie.
Yeah, I mean, what's there to
What's
say
there to set
that the
up?
other 4 movies haven't already proved?
Is God
God's
still
three.
dead?
Still not
Or
dead.
still not dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, God's
In
still
space.
not dead.
Is he resurrected? Or is he never died?
They believe that Jesus never died, I guess.
Well, God.
God, not Jesus.
Oh, are you saying? Oh, you're saying Jesus isn't God.
That's correct.
I get it.
Is that right? Who's that?
That's Reagan.
Freedom is a fragile thing, and it's never more than one generation away from extinction.
It's a libertarian.
Those
David Arrowhead,
in
there it
world
is.
history who have known freedom and then lost it have never known it again.
It's a good shot.
Face it.
Freedom
I like that
is
thing.
government
Your
word.
book. They're in the way.
You feel
Hey,
that
that
you're
guy's
making
famous,
a
man.
last-ditch stand for your faith.
That's my favorite thing.
And you've chosen
all
this
the
as
kind
the
of
hill
famous
that
people.
you're
Yeah,
willing
kind of
to die
famous.
on.
Or that used to be famous. Yeah.
Our whole faith started because one man chose a hill he was willing to die on.
Get it?
A hill he was
A hill of a
willing-
skull he was willing to die on.
The House Subcommittee.
That's
order.
David
So
Ayer White.
Jesus didn't necessarily choose. I mean, I guess in a
universal educational
roundabout way, I guess.
Once we decide what a
kinda
child
asked not
needs
to
to
be able
know,
to do it.
it becomes imperative that every child know it.
I like that David A.R. White is sticking with that haircut.
Yeah.
I appreciate his faithfulness and
I feel
loyalty
like he
to
doesn't
that.
have as much skull as those people up here. So he tries to get his hair bigger.
kids that they don't need God.
Missing some
If your
skull.
children do not show up at school a week from Monday,
It's still got the
you will be
Dawson's
charged
Creek
with
cut
contempt of
going on.
Middle
which is
part.
pretty-
meaning you will be incarcerated.
She's somebody as well, I believe.
She is
Shannon
person.
said last night she doesn't want her parents going to jail.
This is bigger than just homeschooling.
Bigger than homeschooling.
We need to.
What could possibly be bigger than
I
homeschooling?
can't
I
imagine.
just want to make sure you understand what
Here we
you're
go.
fighting here.
Well, that guy's I think
a
famous.
revisionist version of history.
No, I thought I was thinking
God's for
Idris
us.
Elba.
Yeah, he kind of looks like
That's not
Idris
him.
Elba. Like
Here?
Oh no, I was thinking the guy from This Is Us.
he looks like the
Combined with
Kirkland.
Idris Elba.
Country is
Kind of the
just now
Kirkland brand
beginning to
Idris Elba.
realize that unity means winning under our terms.
Looking out the window.
For 2,000
Rain
years,
falling.
men have been trying to get rid of Christianity. What makes you think that
That
you
guy
can
kind of looks
accomplish
like the
what they couldn't?
librarian guy
Have
from
an
Seinfeld.
83% approval rating.
Jesus didn't have a 83% approval rating. That's why they taught the Bible in public
Keep
schools
us
back
all
then.
divided, so we don't realize that you're really chipping away at our freedoms and liberties.
America is a
They
country
would
so
have made
blessed,
this about COVID
much
had
is
they
given,
written the script
much will
later.
In time, yeah.
They'll
See
do
those
that.
Kind of a
statues and
really
those monuments out there?
missed
They
opportunity
say,
there.
Especially since this is about the government telling us not to homeschool when so many people were
By
homeschooling.
the people, for the people.
That is the weird thing about COVID. You think they'd be a little more freaked out about homeschooling?
Still using that.
We're still
beautiful
using the
song.
same song, huh? We're sticking with the God's Not Dead song.
Wait, that was it? Well, I thought it was like, yeah, it's not dead. Is that a different part of it?
That,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like a.
Roaring like a lion.
Okay, they did like a softer coffee
Yeah,
house
yeah.
version there.
They should have done an acoustic version, like
Yeah.
Hurt with Johnny Cash.
I think he meant the original version.
God's not dead
Yes.
today. He's still
All
alive.
right, well, I will definitely be going to see that. Once I've seen the first three.
That doesn't look fun though. Like at least the assassin one looked fun.
Yeah.
But you said it wasn't. So
It's got some fun moments, but you would think I wish they'd gone wackier with it.
yeah, that's when if you're gonna do like we're gonna go back in time and kill Jesus.
Yeah.
You gotta lean
You
into
need some
that.
hijinks.
Yep. God's Not Dead. Apparently, it's going to be the Mr. Smith Goes to Washington for us for Babylon B.
Sort of like the bad version. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Christian version of
Yeah. Like
we
Babylon
all
B
know
is
what
to
that
the
means.
onion. And,
Yes.
yeah. So we have some some headlines submitted by subscribers.
We will read them.
And these are the top ones of the week. Number 1 by Veltz Bodo. Child being raised in homosexual household wishes his parents were a bit more gender diverse. Sad.
Touche.
Not good.
This is from Oh Dear. Left claims real masking has never been tried.
that relates to the tweet earlier.
Yeah. It all ties
one?
together. This is by Sarah Fleming, a wife of
Frank's
Frank
wife.
Fleming. Yeah. You get to read this.
Oh.
You get to read it. You're part of the
Dating app
show.
now allow participants to list COVID-19 under religion. Ooh, because it's a religion.
Cult, man.
They should add global warming and just leftism.
QAnon.
Intersectionality.
Bad Christian movies.
Yeah.
AD 33.
Christianity is basically just a religion at this point.
At this point.
Kurgel says NBC adds warning that Olympic broadcasts may include brief images of American flags. That's good.
I got
It's like
Oh
Disney
Dear
Plus.
again. Oh Dear says Dems mail blank vaccine cards to all Americans. Vax rates suddenly increase.
Like the voting.
Get it?
That's my favorite part, is you guys explaining the Democrat mayor concerned about growing shortage of police to throw under the bus.
Who will
not
we
enough
blame?
scapegoats
Yeah.
left.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good point.
They
Thank you,
have some
snarky dissident. Yeah.
They've convicted
That was
them all.
very snarky and dissident.
Big D. Big D.
I don't think we could say
I
that.
don't think I can say it.
His name is Donald.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big D, we're going to need
Big
you to
Flesh
change
Tunnel.
your name. But
I'm sorry. Maybe you want to say that again? I don't know.
Big D says Biden and Fauci insist they are following science. It's just political science.
Bruce. Oh, that's like an email
That's
address.
an email
We'll
address.
just say
We
Bruce.
should probably not.
AOC says, "Of course socialism works. Look how many Cubans can afford classic cars."
Because they only drive old cars.
Yeah. Typical AOC joke from the Babylon Bee.
Yeah.
We love
Can you
her.
guys make fun of anybody else?
No. We just hate her so much. She stands for everything that we're against, and she's also so hot.
So hot.
You guys love her so much. Is this me now?
I think.
CDC. Oh, this is from Hosworth Books. Okay. Oh, it's a bookstore. CDC recommends that blind people continue to wear eyeglasses for the benefit of everyone. Because the vaccine.
Vaccine.
Oh, I thought it was a mask joke.
I think it is, but it's also...
It's a bit of both.
Because they're saying people who have the vaccine continue to wear the mask.
Yeah.
But
for social awareness.
Yeah, because the vaccines don't actually work, is what the CDC is saying.
Kerbal says...
They like the feeling of all those white squares and raised faces.
They want us all to be just robots looking the same.
Robots.
Just a bunch of masked robots. AOC is so hot. Kerbal says, new poll shows Liz Cheney won't have to worry about polls for much longer. I don't know what's going on with Liz Cheney.
I don't know what's with Liz Cheney these days.
Who do you guys lust after more?
Liz Cheney?
AOC or Trump?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Combined.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
We tried to find out what...
Photoshop that.
We interviewed someone in Trump's administration, and we tried to find out what his breath smelled like. And that person was not appreciative of that question.
Whole interview canceled.
So,
It's too bad. Yeah. You guys love him so much.
From J Swag. CDC. We didn't say Fauci says when we told you to take off your mask.
Oh, good. Like a Simon says.
Like Simon says, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I do
All right,
like
you
that.
get the last one.
Kurgel?
Kurgel's getting a lot this week.
Kurgel, good job, Kurgel.
Tiny violins ordered for day 2 of January 6th hearing.
Snowflakes.
Like tiny little violins. That hearing was kind of funny because I'm sure like a lot of people were, scared and didn't know what was going to happen, but...
It is funny after a year of insane riots and on the streets,
yes.
just windows just burning. And
but they went after the heart of democracy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
If only they had done that to fight racism.
It's better to go after people who have nothing to do with your complaint.
Exactly.
That's
small businesses. Yeah, small businesses, man. Capitol building.
The people who are in charge of the country.
With like a 1%, like a negative 1% approval rating or something.
And I mean, like, it's iffy if these businesses are actually insured for rioters, but I'm sure the Capitol building has pretty good insurance.
Yeah, and if
they can just
they have the American people
like
that they can just hold a gun to. And
right,
take
they
money.
are the insurance.
Yeah.
Basically, you're paying for it anyway. Like, we'll pay for this in taxes.
Do you think AOC knows who we are?
Oh, yeah, she's probably seen some.
You think so?
Guys, calm down. Calm down.
I wonder if she's ever seen my face.
Bet
she liked it.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Hey. Oh, never mind. I was going to say we did the 10 questions, but we already did the 10 questions.
Oh, yeah.
We did the 10 questions. Yeah, you'll see the 10 questions.
Maybe we should do them
in
again.
Our interviews. We do the second 10 questions.
Oh,
it's pretty late. I don't know.
It is. Yeah,
we
got here. Time. And we got to get some Nashville hot chicken. So.
Yeah, we really do.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming,
Guys,
Kevin.
Thanks
this is
for
awesome.
having me here. This is
so cool.
This has been the best time of my life.
Wow. It's all downhill from here.
Yep. Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I had one goal.
You did it.
And that was to meet Adam Ford, and here we are.
Close enough.
So, yeah. Shoot for the moon, and maybe you'll land in
amongst the stars.
Yeah, the Babylon Bee podcast.
Or there.
Uranus.